Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Lorelei Shamayo. This is the MeWe Metaphysics and Wellness Fairs for energizing body, mind, heart, and soul. We have events throughout the Northwest and many online, and we like to interview our practitioners and vendors so you get a chance to know who we are before you meet us at an event. I'm excited to be here with Liana, Xochitl, Soria. It's exciting to have you here. So what is it that you do? What do you offer at our events?
What I'd like to offer then is a combination of all of my modalities kind of put into one, complex package then. So there's a hypnotherapy element where I'm using my voice to relax you. There's an energy healer element where I'm running energy then too to kind of clear you out, unblock what might be blocking your receiving. And then at the same time, then as a clairvoyant, I'm tuning into your field. Your spirit guides are showing up to me, speaking, visually showing up and transmitting through me then what's the most vital information and healing energy too that they want for you. So I call that the interdimensional healing session, and I do record those.
Hmm. And so you do interdimensional healing and reading. They're completely like happening all at the same time? Are there some ways that it's more one
Right.
than the other, or like how is?
It's going to be custom made for you then. So if you had a particular question, let's say you had, a relationship issue, a health challenge, or, questions about your purpose, it could really be anything. You would come in with those questions. And then with those questions in mind, we would ask that your own spiritual guidance system show up in response to those questions. If you didn't have a question and we just let your guides show up and say what's the most important thing that they couldn't wait to tell you first, it tends to have to do with your soul's purpose and your larger being. They'll go straight there to the big stuff. And so some people get a lot more information where there's a lot of talking, which is why I record it. There's a lot of download of information. This is your soul contract, this is your purpose, these are your choices, this kind of a thing that's really nice to know. Or some people have maybe some energies. I can help too as a shamanic healer, maybe to remove some heaviness or any kind of like consciousness that doesn't belong. And there could be more of an energy healing component where then the guides are coming in, they still show up, but they're clearing, they're activating and helping everything be a more powerful experience for you. So you might get a different type of session on a different day.
And how did you get started doing this work? Have you been doing it your whole life?
I haven't been doing it my whole life. I'll say the transition time of 2012 really did affect me. So I was one of those that had an awakening process around that date. And I went from being a completely left-brained atheist scientist person to really diving in deep to mysticism, being a non-dualist, noticing God inside and not being able to deny it anymore. And once the intuition started to come in and I started to trust them, then is when I started picking up these modalities and combining them. So then I took some shamanic training. I took a, Reiki master course, a couple different kinds of hypnotherapy courses, right, including the QHHT or the quantum healing one, the one that was formulated by Dolores Cannon. I actually had the chance and the time in my life to study with her while she was still alive, and used this modality to get a lot of downloads and talk to a lot of spirits. So that's when the channeling started, and that was probably the biggest turn in my life, was turning into a channel for spirit and just really feeling different physically, mentally, everything changed. So that's been since the end of 2012.
Mm. Yeah, I feel like the layering of the process as you're sharing, right? Like in my experience, like I grow and my capacity deepens, and then I'm doing different work, which changes me again, and the layers of all those things. And it,
Yeah, it's a whole different life. And then I feel like then, right, what do we do next? We start to guide other people who are going through the same process. We've been there, we've done that. I know what it feels like, or there's like a spiritual detox that can kind of happen after one of these upgrades too. So I do feel like I hold space for that in other people too, as I'm sensing you are doing on a large scale.
mm. Are there, I imagine, a whole range of topics that you explore with people? I think you mentioned a few, but just so many different things. Is that
It's so many different things. I feel like most of the people that I've been working with this year are really coming on board with communicating with their spirit team. I've seen a lot of people open to channel in the past couple of years. I've guided a lot of people through meeting their guides and then opening to channel their guides. So separate from, say, a one-on-one healing session, though I learned to channel curriculum, which is kind of funny. I still get tickled by that. It's a channeled curriculum to learn to channel. So I have a 10-hour program that's learn to channel that I just teach, and then I'll teach another group, and I'll teach another group. And the beings that I have met in my spiritual journey, then including natural beings such as the earth elements, past lives, these star being consciousnesses have come in, and I've put together then a modern shamanic training as well. And that's a 10-month training. And I meet all kinds of people and learn all kinds of things, and even with the group. So it's been a fun trip.
great? Great. If people want to connect with you and learn more, where do they find you on the web?
My business name's actually the Healing Mind Center. And I run my events on Eventbrite. I do meet a lot of people that way. And right now I'm in Southern California, and I'd say about half to 70% of my events are online as well. We're all over the place right now, and it's lovely to be able to meet like you and I are meeting
Mhm.
right now, but I do some in-person stuff too.
Great, great. So the healingmindcenter.com is where people can find.
Hmm.
Great.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, thank you so much. It's been lovely connecting with you, and I look forward to more people experiencing your work.
Thank you, Lorelai. Much appreciated.
You're welcome. So for all of you listening and watching, you can find out more about all of our events at MeWeFairs.com. See you soon.